Hey there. Today I'm going to do a review on my Overland Vehicle Systems 270 awning. I've had it for about 3 years now, and to be honest, it's treating me great. When I initially bought this, it was prior to the pandemic, and it came in rather quickly, but there was still high demand at that time. The one thing I will say is, at the time I purchased it, it did have about a $100 value discount versus some of the big name competitive 270 awnings. So at the time, this was a real value, and since then the gap has actually closed quite a bit.
One thing I'd like to just clarify is I have no affiliation, have received no benefits from any company in reviewing this awning, and I paid for this out of my pocket with my own money. So let me start off by answering the first question. Should you purchase the Overland Vehicle Systems 270 awning? And simply put, yes. I originally started looking at this several years ago as part of my 2018 Jeep Wrangler JL build. I was very hesitant about purchasing it because I was not really sure about the quality. And then as I started to do more research and digging into things like the fabric materials, I started to realize that the quality was there. As I moved through the process to make the purchase, I became more comfortable as comparing it to other, call them premium pricing for sure, awnings that were out there, and move forward with my purchase. So when I got it, first thing I could tell you is I was a bit surprised by the weight. My Jeep at the time had aftermarket suspension with about a 2.5-inch lift. When I put the weight up there, along with the roof rack that I had up there, I will say when you hit bumps, the weight, because it's so offset to the passenger side as I mounted it, felt like it created a bit of instability. But I'm sure anybody who's got a rooftop tent or any weight up high, you're certainly familiar with, how that exactly works, and when you start getting into the rocks, how that creates a bit of sway. So nothing new there if you're familiar with weight up high in an off-road vehicle. I will say, after you get the whole thing set up, whether it's raining or if you're in the shade from the sun, it's just a really nice space to spend some time. If you're with a group of friends, I actually had a great trip with a friend where we had not seen each other in years, and we were four-wheeling all day. This was back with the Jeep, and we got back to camp, and it was a monsoon. We grabbed the campsite picnic table and slid it over right under the side there, and spent the next 5-6 hours of that night with the rain coming down pretty heavy. But we threw the grill at the end of the table at the far side of the awning and had a great night playing cards, and it saved the trip, because it probably would have been pretty miserable for us if not for that. The one thing I will say is these legs that come out, they're not really necessary unless you have some serious winds. I can tell you, I'm going to guess it's probably somewhere around 20-mile-an-hour gust or higher that you need these legs. And then, of course, you'd probably want to strap them down as well. But in my time using this, probably over about 30 times, I've only used these legs about twice. Strength of the aluminum arms is substantial, so don't doubt that for 1 second. When you get them, you are definitely getting something that's well built. Now, as far as welds go, I've had no issue with the welds. I know some people, you name the brand, have had problems with welds as they connect to the rotating arms. I've had no issue. The welds, from what I could tell, look very well done, and I have no concern with them whatsoever. The one thing that I will say is during my second time that I set it up, I foolishly did something with one of the legs and gave it a pull and did snap it from the ball joint that connects at the end. This was my fault. And then I had another event with the zipper. All I can tell you is it was certainly my fault. When I called Overland Vehicle Systems, they were more than helpful. Couple of quick questions. They didn't ask me for photos or anything of that sort, and then they were very quick to ship out replacement parts. And I would say, surprisingly, in both occasions, I received multiples in the mail for replacement. So thank you to Overland Vehicle Systems. This is the kind of customer service that makes you come back and purchase more items from a company. That being said, I really do love this awning. It is awesome all around. I will admittedly say that at no point in time have I ever thought that I should have purchased another brand's awning. And let's also be honest here in saying that I've never owned another brand's awning, but I've never really had a reason to think of even doing that since having this. The only thing I will say is when I had my Jeep, the one thing of consideration was maybe getting something that was a little lighter, and most certainly probably not in this category of 270 awning, probably more in the lines of something that would roll out. Just very simple. So, but now that I've got this all set up the way I have it now, I'm excited when I show up anywhere to just open this up. So great quality, great durability, all around a great purchase. I have no regrets. And if you're looking at the price of this thing at $799 right now in December of 2023, I think it's a value, to be honest with you. I know there's a lot of discounting going on here and there. We're not seeing pandemic pricing quite the way it was. Things are starting to come back to normal, but when you get this thing and you take it out of the box and you set it up, you'll know exactly what you've paid for, and you've got every dollar's worth of value out of that. So that being said, you should seriously consider this awning. Thanks again for checking out this review. Also, before I go, if you get a moment, stop by stormkingexpedition.com. Got a lot of good information that I'm slowly starting to get out there to share with all of you. And also, being that I'm a new channel, I would really ask that if you get a moment, please like, and most importantly, subscribe. This really helps me continue to make more content. I've got a few trips out there here on YouTube, so if you get a chance, take a look at those. And before I go, just a reminder to ask yourself, when are you going on your next trip? Start planning it now. Thank you.